Nope, I truly hate the living if you think it's a joke. Hang yourself with a one-liner, a reminder that death doesn't give a fuck if your clothes are designer. Outsiders, the downtrodden, the damned and the dead, the forgotten, found lying so sad. Life is a joke, you'll lose your last breath when you laugh yourself to death.
I'm dead, so you can call me Joe. I died right here in this bed about a month ago. I don't really have no regrets, no problems letting go. I just wish I had a friend to find my remains. I mean, it's been weeks and it's just more of the same. And I forgot to feed my cats and now they're gorging on my brain. I could've thrown love, or maybe got a job and shit. Instead I made my deathbed, and now I gotta rot in it.
Right away in my deathbed instead. Rather rot away in my deathbed instead.
Designed with you in mind. Whether natural causes or suicide, you'll fit inside just fine. You can put me in a box. There's no understanding him. So to get my point across, I'll hammer it in. Since
still on the loose, fatally shot.
Murdered innocent people in cold blood. Police checking reports of others injured. A manhunt now underway for an unidentified suspect.
every victim I pick a they're randomly chosen. I'm keeping your eye socket till your brain is exposing. I'm unloading ammunition with the back of the motion. That's my favorite slogan. Posted up, covered in blood in a latex mask. Drunk as fuck. A state boy just passed. I never had a father. I was hated by my mother. Put the knife down right now. Freeze, motherfucker. Simulated by the sounds of people dying. No surprise, it's random acts of violence. And that's that, you can't deny it. What we write is random acts of violence. By the sounds of people dying. No surprise, it's random acts of violence. And that's that, you can't deny it. What we write is random acts of violence.
I don't know what happened, but it happened fast. I was cutting my grass and something snapped, broke the blade off the mower, and I left it impaled in the head of my neighbor who was checking his mail. The witness ran fast, but she was up there in age. I admit I'm kinda sad there won't be much of a chase. I can hear her heart pumping, I can't wait for a taste. But she turned and fired a gun, put one in my face.
Simulated by the sounds of people dying. No surprise, it's random acts of violence. And that's that, you can't deny it. What we write is random acts of violence. By the sounds of people dying. No surprise, it's random acts of violence. And that's that, you can't deny it.
waited 2 days and it was at my front door. Oh goody, grab my hoodie, I built a 44. This shit even came with instructions. All you need is bullets, and my cousin just happened to have a ton of them. He let me get every one of them. And that's love. Now I'm sending off shots at a country club. Die redneck, fuck.
I command you, unclean spirit. I command you, baleful beast, be gone. There's no room for you on God's green earth. No place for you amongst the faithful. No need for you amongst the needless. Leave this servant of God, for he is saved by the Savior, redeemed by the Redeemer. In the name of the Son, in the name of the Holy Ghost, in the name of the Most High, Heavenly Father himself. Thou, demon, I cast thee.
All right, welcome to the Maze of Thoughts podcast on MSB Waves. This is the pig, and with me is go on.
Trey. The what?
Trey what, man? You gotta keep going, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Trey.
Yeah, Trey 50, Daniel in the house.
Dude,
say like an announcer.
I actually love that. Trey 50. You know, like when they fucking like,
it's like the announcers and
yeah, when they announce like the motherfuckers going on the ring for the, you know, like the boxing or whatever the fuck. You know, we should get that shit, dude. We should get those.
Get like a
motherfuckers
boxer announcer
yeah.
to do our intro.
Yeah. Like, so we have like a normal intro and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like we just go normally, like a song playing or whatever the fuck, and then like all of a sudden it's like weighing 1,600 pounds. Eldritch Spig, and then like fucking weighing fucking 140 pounds.
Oh, you're way off.
Yeah, I know, but you know, like I
like double, well, almost double.
Yeah,
but yeah, but yeah. So
I like
how
that
was
you
your week, Big?
Yeah, I like that you didn't say like, oh, you're way off on yourself, you know, like, oh yeah, you weigh like 700 pounds. Oh yeah, I'm okay with that.
Well, I mean, I don't see you looking like somebody who's on my 600-pound life. So I mean, yeah, I'll give you that. Like it.
Anywho, all right. Before we go on to all this shit, let me just turn us to main so that the camera's on right now. All right, cool. You asked me, how is my week going? You know what, dude? I'm always negative. I'm always the piece of shit that goes like, yeah, fuck the world, fuck everybody, fuck everything. I'm actually feeling good. This week I'm actually feeling good. I'm actually feeling positive, and I'm actually been enjoying life to an extent.
Yeah, I noticed like you weren't you weren't too like, you know, raging when you were playing in your streams. You're just kind of chill. So it seems like things are better, at least.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm just you know, anxious, just waiting on baby number 2 to get here. So
I know, dude. I know you're almost on there.
Yep, should be probably either another week or two. Just another week or two, and we'll be having to go check in and get that dealt with and get adjusted to that, because having one tiny person in the house is hard enough. Having another tiny person is gonna be a little.
I know, dude. I know. Well, I don't know, but I'm just trying to be like sympathetic or whatever. But yeah, dude, like that you know, how was your first kid? Like when you're, I mean, like when your first kid or wife, like how was that? Did you adjust well?
It like after the fact or like the process of
No,
of it going? After, I mean, like you have to get adjusted to basically like, I mean, if you're used to like no sleep, then you know,
Yeah.
you kind of like me. I'm a night owl, so a lot of times I don't get much sleep. So it kind of worked for me.
All right. When you say that, what do you mean a night owl? Wait, I actually know what do you mean a night owl. I see like sometimes, dude. I see sometimes it's like fucking 6 a.m. for me, and you're like playing Elden Ring or some shit. Like, come on, what are you doing, bro? What are you doing with your life, man?
Yeah, I mean, you know, I literally run on 5.5 hours or 6 hours of sleep most of the time. So, I mean, I'm not like somebody who sleeps like 8 hours. I just can't.
Yeah, I get that. I understand that. So you adjust to the lifestyle, and how is it to like adapt to like the you know the fucking the diapers and all that shit? How is that, man?
That wasn't too bad unless they like they have like a really bad accident. Like if it's just, you know, like a, you know, ball or whatever, but like if they just like blow the diaper up, I mean, like if it's just a huge mess and like you stick your, like you go to undo it and you stick your hand in it, you're like, this stinks. It's
I don't
awful.
know how that is, dude. I do not know. I don't know how that is.
That, but you know, imagine like sticking your hand in like the most disgusting like just goop. Yeah, that's kind of what it would be. Like if you went and stuck your hand like in the most filthy trash can, and then you like that would be what the experience is like.
Listen, I moved Gabriel and Rondon to here. So if these motherfuckers want to talk, feel free. Listen, it's a festival day. Trey's almost having his kid, so if you want to talk, feel free to talk. You know, we're all good. We're having a good time. I don't know if Chaotic is here or not, but if Chaotic is here, please say something so that I move you into this as well. We're all gonna have a good time because Trey's almost having his baby, man. Hell yeah, bro. It's gonna be a festival, man. I'm still sipping coffee. Lamar, who cares, man?
Can you guys
I can hear you. Yeah, I can hear
yeah.
you.
How is Babby made?
Lots of practice. That's how. Lots of practice.
What do you mean lots of practice?
You poke the thing and then something happens.
I don't know,
It's
man.
magic.
I'm a virgin. I don't know how to have sex.
You know what's funny? Like I was gonna do like the motion, but like it brings me back to like whenever I was a kid. I was like 11 years old, and
Wait, did you have a kid when you were 11 years old?
No. Well, I was in my class and I did this you know, the symbol, you know, that symbol, and then someone
What symbol? I can't see.
did you just see? I don't know if you just saw it on the stream.
No, I'm not watching the stream. I'm playing a stupid game.
Oh, yeah, the finger through the hole, you know, kind of thing. Yeah, so I like a kid convinced me to do that in my class, and me not knowing what it was, I just kind of did it. I was like, he said, you know, yeah, bro, this is cool. Like this is totally cool. You can do this, and like all the girls will love you or something like that. And I was like, oh yeah, oh cool, yeah, I'll do that. And then, you know, like, yeah, man. All right. I start doing it, and then like the librarian sees me because we're in the library, and then she comes and like, how dare you do this thing? And like you're like you're in trouble, you know, whatever, blah blah. And then like my mom like had to tell her like, hey, he doesn't know what that is. Like I didn't know what it was. I didn't know what it meant. And then kids didn't explain that to me. They just said, "This is a cool thing, bro. Like, let's just try it." And then that librarian hated me up until I left elementary school. Like, she just hated me.
And then you got pregnant, or your girlfriend got pregnant. Your wife?
Wife, yeah.
Wife. Did your wife get pregnant in school?
No. Well, right before. Oh no, let's see. She was already done with college. Yeah. So
Okay.
she was already done with. So
Okay.
yeah, it was like 2 years after she got out of college. So
Right. I feel like Gabriel got it on like spot on, right?
yeah, Gabriel's got it down. He knows how the magic happens.
Right. You know, who's Chaotica? Like, is that a person who
They're eccentric. Go check general chat and read through general chat. Yeah. Of the
General.
yeah.
Oh no. General Chat's probably a disaster.
Grandma's boy,
You can read the Chaotica.
okay, anonymous stuff, etc., etc. Should I drag them over here? What?
And not unless
Do they even? I mean, the thing is that, like, do they even talk, or they're just like?
I don't know.
Do they speak?
Yeah.
Do they know the way?
speak?
Do they know the way?
Yeah. Do
So
they
you
know
played
the
Elden
way?
Ring?
The way.
Yeah, I've been playing Elden Ring. Yeah,
Do you like this game?
dude, it's amazing. It's amazing.
Really?
I
That's
love
what
it.
everybody's saying. I don't fucking get it. I've been playing it now for like 4 hours, and it's pretty good as far as like fighting mechanics go, but as far as game
Yeah.
design goes, it is the worst game I have ever played in my life. Like, I feel
Well,
like I wasted $60.
I guess it depends on what your expectations are, right?
Well,
So
I wanted
like,
to play the best game, that 10 out of 10 everywhere, like best game. And
yeah,
so I was checking. I've never played a Dark Souls game before. I
okay,
figured this is the one I
that's
should check it out.
yeah.
No.
That's
no,
where
no.
like that's where
No.
you're getting a misconception there. Like, yeah, because if you don't know how the Dark Souls games kind of work, then a lot of the stuff is gonna go like it's gonna be like a whoosh moment for you. You know?
Well, yeah, it's like,
Because
oh, you got the Ashen Warrior Stone, and you can just and like it doesn't tell you what to do with it, and then you try to use it and you waste it. And you don't know what the fuck you just did with it. So it's like, not only did you waste it, you didn't learn anything. And
yeah,
like that's the worst kind of game mechanics ever. Like I need to learn and progress. Like I can learn by fucking up. That's the best way to learn. But fucking up doesn't even teach you, which is it's like you're blindfolded in a dark room, stumbling around, bumping your head. That is not game mechanics. That's just masochism.
yeah, and
Wait, no,
that's
no,
kind
no.
of what. Wait,
No, no, no.
yeah,
If you don't learn by making mistakes, then you're not learning.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm fine with learning by making mistakes and getting beat by bosses like 1,000 times. That's what I was expecting with this. I was like, okay, it's gonna be a.
I mean,
brutal
yeah,
game.
that's what the Souls game are, you know. But
Yeah.
does Elden Ring not teach you that?
well, I
teaches
think
you that.
I think what Ron's saying though is if I'm following you right, Ron, is like you're not getting prompts to like say like, hey, like maybe you should try to use this ability and use these types of mechanics in the game.
No, not
It's
even
not
that. Like, so
not even
here's
that.
the thing. Let me check it out. Let me go to my inventory. I'm playing it right now, so let me go to my inventory. It tells me how to use my inventory. Show large image and explanation, or toggle character. A little pop up inventory menu thing.
Yeah.
You know what? So, Flask of Crimson Tears and Flask of Cerulean Tears. I
Mhm.
wouldn't know what those do those actually did something when I consumed them. So then I was able to figure it out. Memory of Grace, I was able to
Oh.
figure out. Robofruit, I don't know what I can do with that yet. Golden Seed, I don't know. It increases the flask number of uses. Should I use it? Should I not use it? Like, do I use it once and it's gone? Do I use it when I need to? Like when I'm
Well,
fighting a boss?
When it
like
doubt,
the seeds. So the seeds, if you go sit at a site of grace, then you can actually use those seeds. Like it'll give you an option. It'll be like look at flasks, and then it'll say
No,
like
listen.
increase your flask uses, and
The
then that's what the golden seeds are for.
the question is, when in doubt, use everything. All right. When in doubt, use all of it.
Yeah, but he doesn't
And,
want to. He doesn't want to use an item consume an item that
No,
he
I
actually
already have,
needs.
and that's what I did on my first thing. So I played it
Mhm.
about 3 hours, and I just quit. And like right before your show started, about 20 minutes before your show started, I started a new one because I made no progress. I died everywhere, and like that's fine. I'm fine with
Yeah.
dying and stuff, but like I just want to learn, and I learned absolutely nothing. And then so I did it again and figured out that I need to jump down into this hole, and then I get a tutorial, and I just got through this tutorial, which made it a little bit better. But that was all stuff that
Oh.
I pretty much figured out already.
Mhm.
Um, and now I'm like getting back to that thing where you go into that center pillar and it pushes you up into the, you know.
Yeah.
But I've been collecting all this stuff. Like I was maidenless. What the fuck does that even mean? It doesn't tell you what it means. You're maidenless. Okay, what does that mean? And then I got a maiden. Like some chick came out of nowhere and was like, "Hey, here I am. Here's a ring. Here's a horse." I'm like, "Cool. I got a horse. How do I get off the horse? You can't
You
get
know,
off the horse."
listen, as they say in the gaming language, get good. Period.
Solo can't hear us now. But that
Uh,
happens sometimes when you
what?
drag people in.
Why can't?
Solo. I don't know. It happens on Discord when you drag people in. Sometimes it just their connection resets. Drag them out and drag them back in. I can't do it because it's
But yeah, I think what you're missing, Ron, is a lot of like sort of the guidance, like the way like to kind of like, hey, here's where you go to the tutorial. I guess by skipping the tutorial, I didn't realize how many people missed that because like to me it was my first instinct was like big hole. What this and I went to the guy and I talked to him like, hey, and he was like, oh, jump down there, and I was like, okay, all right, I'm jumping down there. Like I
yeah.
mean,
He said take the plunge, and I'm like,
yeah.
that's a trap. I'm not doing that. Like, I don't
Well, I
trust
mean,
anything anybody's telling me.
normally you don't trust them, but like there's a that time I was like, what the heck? I could actually survive that fall. So
Well, I mean, I had just gotten fucking bitch slapped by a big ass boss right at the very beginning, right?
yeah,
Which
yeah,
I was told that that's just kind of like the mushroom stamp on your forehead, letting you know like what this game's going to be about. You know,
mhm.
um,
Yeah. That one's you're supposed to lose. Like you're it's designed
yeah.
for you to lose. There have been people who have
It
beaten
triggered
it
a
though.
cutscene. It triggered a cutscene. So I figured, yeah, that's what it's supposed to happen. The people have beat that.
Yeah, people have beat that with with like the like lowest starting class. Like actually, like the
Yeah.
wretch.
You just got
People
to
have already beat it.
hit them and dodge a million times, and then finally you whittle them down.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna take you like if you were to do it, it'd probably take like an hour, like just to beat him. But I wouldn't want to waste all that time just to. I mean, unless I just had that time, to do that.
I wonder what happens then, because like then you don't get to that cutscene to that place where you died, right?
So, well, I watched what somebody did whenever they did it, because I know I'm never gonna beat it. And basically, all that happens is like there's an extra path there, and you can walk down like the path, and you basically still have to die anyway. Like you're still gonna die anyway. But this time, instead of dying by the boss, you just fall off a cliff. So
Oh, okay. Hi, Solo. He can hear us now.
Yeah.
but yeah, I mean, so like as far as game design goes, like for FromSoft games, now that I've actually had experience with Dark Souls 1, 2, and I've been working on 3 a little
Listen,
bit before.
I'm just gonna say this to you, Gabriel. Not Gabriel. I'm just gonna say this to you, Daniel. Don't pick up one of those fucking like Dark Souls elitists, because nobody likes those. All right.
Yeah.
Because a lot of
love
people
those.
that play Dark Souls games, they become fucking elitists, and everyone fucking hates. It's like those people are like anyone, like every time they find like a fucking Dark Souls live stream, they're like, bro, you should do this like I did, right? Like I did this like in like fucking 4 seconds, bro. Like, oh my god, I completed a fucking character like if I can like I fucking complete that shit so fast, bro. Like, oh my god. Don't be that guy, right? Like just don't be that guy.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like I've been playing Dark Souls since 2013. And I'm like, you know, I know a lot of Dark Souls, but I don't do that kind of shit because I fucking hate that kind of people. And I hate that kind of fucking mentality. Like, dude.
All I was going to say, though, Pig, is like FromSoft games are so different just in the fact that they don't want to, like, they don't handhold at all. Like, there's no...
Yeah, they don't give you difficulty selection. That's ultimately it. You know, like...
Well, and I mean, they don't give you guidance. Like, if you want to know what to do next in the story, you have to listen to the NPCs. You don't have like a quest log. You don't have all this. There's not a lot of. I mean, if you just listen to the dialogue and pay attention, then you do know what to do. But if you're like, you know, sometimes I've done it too. It's kind of skipping over, and then all of a sudden you realize, oh man, I need to know what to do. Luckily, a lot in Elden Ring, the one good thing is that usually if you go back to the NPC that gave you whatever command that you need to do next, they'll usually say, hey, I need to go over there here in a minute. And obviously, like when you leave, they're going to be over wherever they were saying. But like Ron, there are a lot of tools in Elden Ring that you can use to actually make it way easier on yourself, and like don't be afraid not like to use them if you once you figure out how to use them, of course. Like they have where you can summon your own little minions and basically have them fight for you. There's also other little summon guys that you can, like NPCs that you can summon to help you. So I mean, there's a lot of stuff that you can get kind of use to cheese a lot of fights and stuff. But figuring out what to use and when to use it, that kind of stuff is just going to take a lot of trial and error. Like if you really want to plug through it,
right?
Because I mean, even me, I was like, oh, I was fighting a boss that did fire, right? And I had to realize, like, oh, I can craft this item that I can use to block fire damage or like mitigate fire damage. And then all of a sudden I was like, oh, well, I'll just craft some and then I'll use them in the fight. So
I've never played Dark Souls.
Yeah, it's a completely different experience. Like there's no real way to pin down what it is. It's just difficult all around to know where to go, what to do, what to use.
You're blindfolded in a dark room bumping your head.
Yes. Yes, that's it.
It's a little bit better than that. Because, I mean, like, you know, they did tell you, it's like, oh, you touch Grace and then watch where the Grace winds flow. And that kind of tells you where to go.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, I don't know. Like, right now, I'm looking at a gigantic armored fucking horse with a gigantic armored person on. Oh, he's coming for me. Oh, he's coming for me.
Yeah, you don't like
and I
that.
Figured out how to run. Holy shit! I thought that, I was like, why does this game not have sprint? That's the dumbest thing ever. Oh, he's still coming for me.
Does it? It should do. Wait,
it has sprint. It has sprint, and you have a jump too. You can actually jump.
You got to hold the dodge button to sprint.
Yeah. It's actually you can rebind that though if you want to, Ron. I think you can rebind everything in this game.
Yeah, you can. Except for, so I've got a generic Logitech. It looks like a PlayStation 2 controller, right? And so both of the joysticks are down low and the D-pad's up high. I can't rebind the D-pad up high because that's my movement. It won't let me. It won't let me rebind. That's the one thing you can't rebind.
Yeah, that's gonna suck.
Should I attack fucking armored horse guy?
No, if you're just starting out, yeah, you probably want to go look around in the other areas around. I'd probably go left. Like I'd go to the left and stick to that area, and you'll see a couple caves. Go check those caves out and see, what's
Oh no,
what's in
that's
there.
cool. I had to fucking escape the cave. Go ahead. Pip.
No, listen. All right. Yeah, enough with the fucking nerd shit. let's nerd a little bit more.
Well, let's this can
Trey,
lead to my
listen.
first big topic here.
You invited me on air. I will fuck your show up as much as you allow me. Okay.
I'm fine. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. You can try to fuck my show up as much you want, but I still want to talk about Trey. Listen, did we talk about the Zodiac killer being found last week?
No way. Did they really? Did they really find him?
Yes, they did. Yes, they fucking did.
No way.
Didn't they solve a puzzle?
Yeah. No, they found who the Zodiac killer was, and I'm gonna tell you this: I don't know if I believe it, because I do not believe it.
Was it the doctor?
No, it was a motherfucker who no one ever thought would be like the fucking Zodiac killer. This is why it's so fucking crazy.
It was Ted Cruz.
It was Ted Cruz. Yeah, I was about to say Ted Cruz, probably.
Who's that?
He's an American politician. He's a U.S. politician.
Oh, no. He was like a military motherfucker, man. The Zodiac killer... Oh, hold on. Zodiac killer revealed by his love of comic books.
Which comic book?
They decoded it just not too long ago, didn't they?
These fucking news articles, man. Hold on. No, but like, listen. It's just fucking Chris. Like, I don't buy it. I don't buy it because, especially like what fucking Gabriel showed me like earlier.
Oh, you watched that Hoffman video?
I did. I told you.
Yeah.
I told you. Yeah. Listen,
he's
like,
really crazy with the whole. Serial killers are part of a whole. What's it called? The revelation of a method. So they're planned.
Yeah.
And eventually you'll be told who it was, but only when the government or whoever's in charge of that serial killer decides that it's time for the public to know. So why now?
So kind of like so a lot of this, what you're suggesting is that there may be some that are planned, kind of like Las Vegas. Like Las Vegas was a huge cover-up thing, like that nobody talked about. Right after it happened, they talked about it for a minute because they wanted to talk about like, hey, give up your guns kind of thing, and then after that, they kind of dropped it with the Las Vegas thing.
Exactly like that. And you can even go all the way back to 9/11 and JFK too. Like Hoffman uses those examples in particular as something that's frozen. It happens, and the facts surrounding it are frozen. The paperwork's lost, the investigations are lost, and it thaws slowly. And that thawing process actually poisons the whole conspiracy theory movement, or the homegrown investigative movement, because they're expected to like just flounder about and guess and see if it is this person or that person. They may never know, even though we're told.
Yeah. Listen, Gabriel, tell me if you believe this shit, right? And I'm gonna read this a little bit just because, like, I feel like I'm drunk. I just want to read this a little bit. As at long last, the Zodiac killer, perhaps Northern Carolina's most infamous serial killer, has been identified, but he's already dead, which seems like very convenient, right? According to an independent team of investigators, the investigators say the man who terrorized the San Francisco area in the late 1960s was Gary Francis Posty. However, police never caught him, which seems like really weird, because they have caught almost every single fucking killer in the world up to this point. I mean, I'm not saying like every other killer in the world, but like all the fucking other killers up to this point they've caught, except for this one, which is really weird. However, it turns out he died in 2018. Posty successfully eluded authorities, not just in the Bay Area, but also committed murder hundreds of miles away, a killing that was not previously linked to him. According to Fox News, a team of more than 40 detectives, journalists and military intelligence officers made up the so-called case breakers, believe Posty is the one responsible for a 1966 murder in the so-called city of Riverside. Now, why is this linked to? I don't think it's linked, but like, why is this related to what Gabriel linked to me? It's because I feel like it's convenient that this motherfucker was found. You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, there are a lot of conveniences. So like, I mean, we've seen a lot of like convenient stories. So with like the Epstein thing, right? Like that's very convenient. Like he's on trial, things are going on, and then conveniently he just
perfect example
commits seppuku like immediately.
Yeah. Perfect.
And then I don't know if you saw this too, like another development in the Epstein thing. Somebody who was connected to him recently, I forget who it was exactly.
Brunel,
but
Jean-Pierre Brunel or something like that.
Yeah, Brunel. Brunel.
Oh yeah, the model agency owner in France.
Yeah, so he ends up getting he commits seppuku apparently, and so they can't get anything from him. And so Maxwell's the only one that's directly connected, as far as we know, that's had any anything. She's got her trial, and then supposedly she's going to get sentenced. But other than that, like nothing.
Which our sentence
nobody else
is...
can help him.
Wait. Come in here. Creme. Yeah, no, Creme, you should be here. Keep going, Trey. You're going fantastic.
So yeah, but that guy found out. We found out he committed seppuku too. So like, literally, we have two people who are high profile in a potential like pedo ring, and they're just dead. Like they're just dead immediately. It's like, why is this happening whenever the facts of the case are coming around? So it's so weird, dude. Like how they conveniently do that.
It's also it could be a cover. Like we don't know they're dead. We just told they're dead.
Yeah, I saw some. I think they were memes. But I saw some like photos of someone who supposedly looked like Epstein, and I know it was probably just a joke, because the person looked similar. But it was like, what if that is the guy that's partying at Mar-a-Lago? Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know if that's the same guy.
At Trump's West Palm Beach, Florida mansion and golf course.
Yeah.
Really? It probably is him. They're probably all sitting around there, all the ones that have committed suicide in the last couple of years. They're all hiding out at Trump's Mar-a-Lago palace.
Yep. I think the silence is because no one wants to talk about suicide, but yeah, I agree.
There's also with, if you're a higher degree Mason, you're given a lifeline, kind of like you're playing Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, and you can call upon the Brotherhood to fake your own death to save you, and then you're never allowed to like re-enter public society ever again. I can't remember the other two lifelines you get, but they're kind of similar.
Oh yeah, I've heard of stuff like that with the Masons, because the Masons, they were well connected, and up until the Masons got pushed out of, I don't know if you noticed that, but the Masons kind of got subverted by like a lot of the governments and other entities wanted to get rid of the Masons because they held a lot of power in the fact that they would make coalitions, and they would basically forge, that whole brotherhood, and they would try to bring as many people as they could into the Mason Brotherhood, and basically gatekeep a lot of people out of certain jobs and different things.
Yeah, like judges, police, politicians. It's kind of on the other side of what you're saying too. Like they're already in those positions, and maybe there's like a double deep state, and they're trying to fight over who's more deep state than the other.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, we're plebs, so we'll never actually know about how deep the rabbit hole goes. But one can only assume that at minimum we have a lot of things that the state wants to cover up that they don't want people general population to know about. I mean, that's kind of why we only just a couple, either I can't remember if it was last year or the year before, only just recently found out that they said that they've seen UFOs. Now, I mean, that can still mean, since it's unidentified flying objects, they still don't necessarily know what they are. It could just be enemy testing new weapons. Technically, it could just be new weapons that other countries have that we don't know. But they assume
depends
that maybe
on how many drugs they did at the time. So,
well, no, I mean, this is video footage. Like, they have video footage of unidentified flying objects, and they don't know what they are. It could be new tech, or it could be actual other life. So, I mean, we will never know until they actually let us know, I guess.
I don't believe that, because they're running on that pretension that we will never find out, because we have given up. This is our new reality. We're not meant to know. And if we accept that we're never meant to know, that all the perpetrators will never face any sort of justice or accountability for their actions, then it will continue. At one point, America was built enshrining all your rights and the ability for anyone to contest the government and force this sort of shit to happen. But this hasn't been happening for hundreds and hundreds of years. I mean, we're very used to not knowing. We're very used to just going, oh shit, another one.
The way I can explain it is ever since, and this is a lot of the problem with the Federalists, and I can go deep into the rabbit hole, but I'll just give a surface level. There were people who wanted the federal government to have the most power possible. The Federalists, they've been pushing for this since the country's founding, but people like Washington and some of the other sort of anti-federalists who wanted to give the power back to the states and wanted to allow people to have those rights. They didn't, the Articles of Confederation, when we originally founded our country, were so loose, and they didn't really allow the federal government to do anything to you. And that then they realized that they needed to have, we need to make the Constitution, and that was sort of a coup against the entire regular population to try to centralize power. And ever since we've centralized power, it's only led to the further centralization of power. And it really came to a head after the Civil War. And it wasn't, not because of any other reason other than the fact that Lincoln wanted to federalize everything. And he wanted to make sure, he was in reality, even though he had made the gains in emancipation, in reality he was a tyrannical figure to try to make the federal government the end all be all. And that was the problem. He wanted the federal government to be able to have power over every citizen and their life, and that was the fundamental issue that we've had.
It's not up to the government to tell us what we're allowed to know and not know for our own interest. That's something that I believe in.
Yeah, but the further centralization, the more centralized. So I'll give an example, kind of like what's going on with you guys in Australia, right? I know that you're probably feeling down about a lot of the stuff, but if you guys were capable of breaking, like if you guys could kind of do like a secession thing, and that's why like some of the states that are even floating bills about secession here in the U.S., I fully support it, because any decentralization of power is going to be further freedom for the individuals. The more challenge that they have to that centralized power, it's going to make it more difficult for them to control the individual's life.
Yeah, there's been a history of attempted secession. In particular, my state, Western Australia, has tried to secede 2 or 3 times since Australia became a Commonwealth Federation. But everyone's so kind of paralysed by fear and inaction. And what they're doing at the moment is going to the Governor General's house of each state each day and standing there silently and sending him letters asking him to dissolve the government and demand a new election straight away. And to me, that just seems pretty archaic. Like, yeah, you're kind of sweeping house, so to speak, getting rid of all the current politicians. But how are you going to prevent the same thing happening? How are you going to hold the previous ones accountable for what they did? That still doesn't really involve justice. It's just like instruments of the parliament. Pretty monarch.
Yeah.
I don't like it. I really don't like it. That's why I got no hope.
Yeah, I mean, you guys are in a unique situation where you're more democratic and you have more of a more open system than some countries, but also you guys kind of have it closed off to where once people have a certain threshold of power, it's going to be impossible to rein it back in. And you guys don't really have any protections on your individual rights enshrined in any main documents that you guys have.
Yeah, we do have an Commonwealth Constitution for Australia and all the citizens of Australia, but all that shit's just being ignored at the moment and overridden by federal emergency acts for each state, or each state emergency act. Basically, anything that we've got for the protection of the citizens of Australia against the tyranny of a government has been shat upon in the last 2 years. So it's very disempowering. I used to know a fair bit about my own rights, at least in terms of the law and what I can do and the avenues for seeking recourse. I don't know anything anymore.
Gabriel, listen. All I can say to you is Australia does not exist. All right. Australia is a fiction country that no one believes in, all right? And your existence is purely fictional, right? You are in my mind. No, you are in my mind. I have no idea if you exist or not. And I think you're just like, you're just like you're just a product of my imagination. So hats off to you, sir. I'm sorry, dude.
I'm actually a New Zealander.
No, you're not. No, you're not. You're Pollander in Australia.
Hey, I follow a Romanian YouTuber, and he was making the joke about that some of the people in Australia may want to flee to China to get more freedom.
I was thinking of going to the Ukraine. I'd have more freedom there.
Yeah, well, I mean, now they're giving out free fully automatic AK-47s to every male citizen. So I mean, you are in the middle of a war, but you do get automatic weapons, which I can't even have here.
And you can go to a bar. I can't do that here. I can have a beer in a cafe.
Wait, can you?
No, they're still strict lockdown. They're absolutely locked down still.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, see, the thing is, us here in Portugal, all the restrictions have been lifted, but I don't know if this is the same thing for the rest of the country, or the rest of the rest of the.
Well, I mean, even the EU, most of the countries are lifting their restrictions. Like Denmark has lifted theirs. I think Sweden, Norway. There's been several countries that have basically turned tail and said like, "Hey, we're done. Like we don't want to do that anymore." But
yeah, but I feel
you know,
like the thing is, I feel like Russia is not gonna be the victor in this bullshit because of the thing they're doing. They're suffering a lot because Swift is getting away. I think it's all gone. I think
they got banned. They got completely banned from Swift now.
The thing from Swift is gone. The thing, like all the bullshit, man, it's gone. And
well, here's the one problem with that though, Pig, is that Russia can still trade with China, and China is probably the biggest, trade partner that anybody could have. So they can still trade with China.
Listen, the biggest problem is that that's for the government, but what about the people? You know what I mean? Like the people is.
I mean, the people are screwed. Like the Russian people are screwed.
Yeah, that's the point. That's the point. Like the people are fucking screwed, man.
The ruble is gonna be.
They're
awful.
fucking screwed, man. They're fucked. You know what I'm saying? Like they are fucked, man. It's like that's the sad part of this. Like because the fucking elite decides to, we're gonna fucking go to Ukraine and all, and then we're gonna like try to get Ukraine. Everybody else in Russia, they're fucked because of this, because they can't do the Swift thing. It's just fucking sad, man. Listen, I have nothing against the Russian people. The Russian government is the pieces of shit. They're the pieces of shit. Yeah.
Well, but like the Ukrainian government, so is the Polish government. Like they're all the same sort of leftover ex-communist, tin pot dictators in one way or another. Or they get installed by the US government, like the Ukrainian one. It's basically just picked and chosen by
Oh yeah. So the Russians, they installed a puppet government after the USSR kind of dissolved, and they basically have done that in a couple of different countries. And that's why then they've been able to have that sort of the alliance with like Belarus and everything. And they've had those communist dictators in those countries or elected prime ministers, so if you will, for these puppet governments. And they did that with Ukraine, and then the US wanting to get NATO involvement, they toppled that leader. And then they replaced him with someone that they thought would be more NATO friendly, and that's kind of where we're at now. Is that now you have someone who's quote unquote NATO friendly, but they didn't actually join NATO yet, so that's why NATO won't do anything. Which I wouldn't want them to do anything anyway. This is not our thing. It's for the Ukrainians and Russians to hash that out. I mean, Ukraine isn't they're not like a small, they're not. I mean, they're a smaller country in comparison by some of the larger countries, but they're not like
they're not wealthy. They're not wealthy, man. They're not wealthy. They're not.
The individuals aren't wealthy, but the government. Like the Ukrainian government,
the government is wealthy as fuck. That's the problem. But that's the problem with like every other country. The people in Russia, they're not wealthy. The people in Ukraine are not wealthy, but the government might be. It's just fucked up, man.
Yeah, but like for me, as my perspective, and I've been consistent on this, is that I don't want to further the conflict. Obviously, the banning from the economic sanctions are going to hurt the Russian people more than it will the government, especially whenever the fact that the government is being, the Russian government is selling oil to all these countries. And that's why the European Union was hesitant to actually even get involved, because they're using the Russian pipeline after Biden shut down our pipeline, and they're just buying Russian oil. And now even the U.S. has like 8% of our oil coming from Russia anyway, and we're still going to be screwed on that because we're not producing any more oil. Like we're not drilling. Nobody's drilling. We don't have a pipeline. None of that. And it's so bad that even Elon Musk tweeted out today. He said we have to start like getting more drilling and get more oil and stuff and gas.
What? All right, I gotta ask you, why do you like Elon Musk so much?
I mean, mainly because he doesn't let the media or let anybody tell him like how to think. Like he thinks. Do
you really believe that?
I mean, if he's saying something that is against the media, and especially if it aligns with what I think, then generally speaking, I agree with what he's saying. I mean, if I disagree with Elon, there's been times where I disagree with what Elon was saying.
Right. My point is like, do you think Elon is just like a puritanic person? Do you think like he's
No.
Okay.
Well, here's what I'll explain. Elon is the salesman of salesmen. Like he's the king of sales.
I don't give a shit about Elon Musk, man. I don't give a fuck about Elon Musk. I don't think Elon Musk is gonna do shit, but like for the world, you know what I mean? Like he's just another one of like fucking what's that person? What's that place? Fucking Silicon Valley. It's just another one of those motherfuckers. I don't give a shit about Elon Musk. I'm sorry. I don't give a fuck. Like, fuck Elon Musk, to be honest.
Thanks for that, Pig. You made it quite clear. But yeah.
Yeah, fuck Elon Musk, man. Fuck that cunt. Fuck that piece of shit, man. He's a piece of shit. You think he's a fucking fantastic, he's gonna change the world, blah, 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 but like, he's not gonna change anything. He's just gonna be one of those.
No. Here's what I think of Elon is regardless of what, I don't think he's gonna necessarily do anything himself. I don't think that he's gonna have any necessary influence, like widespread influence. But here's what I think that Elon brings to the table. So if Elon is for the normies. Like the normies like Elon, they buy a Tesla, they like, what Elon memes, he does all that kind of stuff. Essentially all I see is Elon being a good, at least a useful idiot for the ideas that would better align with what I'm saying. And that's all I can classify. I don't think he's going to change the world, but if he's saying he's an influential figure, and he's saying, hey, the U.S. might need to drill more oil, even though I have an electric car company, we might need to drill more oil.
Yeah,
that is a statement. That is a huge statement.
And that's why you're mentioning him, because I was wondering why you brought him up. I had no idea he chimed in on that.
Yeah, that was why I brought him up, because the oil situation in the U.S. I'm paying nearly $3.60 a gallon for gas, and that's here. In San Francisco, it's upwards of $5 a gallon. Now imagine if you have to fill up twice a week, and you have a 20-gallon tank of gas, so that you're paying $100 at the pump if you're in San Francisco twice a week. So that's $200 now that you're having to pay, whereas it was like $2.50. So like cut that in half. So you're paying $100 a week, last year. Now you're paying $200 a week this year.
But Elon Musk is not a reason like why you're saving in energy, man. Like that's someone else. Do you even know like the fact that like PayPal and everything else that Elon Musk has done to this point, like it's not even his thing, it's someone else's thing. He's just fucking taking credit for it.
Well, I mean, I know that hasn't done he didn't create quote unquote PayPal. Like he didn't code it all.
He hasn't even created Tesla, man. Like Tesla's not his thing. He just bro. There's.
Well, I mean, he bootstrapped onto somebody else's company. I know these things, right?
Yeah,
like I know
he's
that
just a piece of shit, man. He's just a fucking cunt. This period. That's it. He's just a fucking piece of shit. Like, bro.
I mean, you can say that about any business.
Listen. He made money off of PayPal, right? First of all, I think he was already rich before PayPal and all that shit. So he made money off of PayPal because he was already rich. So that's literally like the whole tale of, you know what I'm saying, like, you know what I mean, like, yeah, everyone's gonna make it, blah 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 blah. Yeah, he made it because he already had money.
To clarify for everyone in the chat, I don't worship Elon and I don't necessarily like him. He just happens to.
Yeah, I love this video. This is the video. Yeah, this is the.
I mean, I've seen this video. I've seen this exact video. I don't worship him. I don't really care for him. But when he says the things,
I'm not saying you worship him, but I'm just saying like he's not the fucking. He's not the savior. You know, he's not like the savior of the world. You know what I'm saying? Like this.
That's not what that's never been my position. My position is that he's a useful tool.
Listen, Trey, I'm not saying you're like making him a savior. I'm just I'm just saying, you know, like he's just not the savior. You know, like I get what you're saying, Trey. I get what you're saying. I'm not trying to like, you know, yeah.
Yeah, well, so it would be the same. So for me, there's a lot of things that Trump has done that I could disagree with. But if Trump does things that I agree with and will get, you know, in the end, if you know, like say he runs for president again, and say we get him for president again, and he does things that I want and he achieves goals that I want, then yeah, I'm gonna be excited that he's my president, right? Like in the 4 years that he was my president, I was glad, even though I don't necessarily personally agree with everything he did. I didn't co-sign every single thing he did. I don't necessarily have to agree with him or like him. You know, I don't. A lot of these people that become rich and famous, I don't think that they're moral human beings, because I think you're to some degree you're going to lose a lot of morality trying to appeal to the broader audience, you know, of people in the whole world.
Very good point. Very good point. I agree. Mm-hmm. Totally.
And in doing that, I still think that, you know, if you become rich and you can use you use that influence to do some things that, you know, for me, you know, regardless of what their past is, what their morality is, if it helps me in my personal life and helps me have more freedom in my life, then I really don't care how they align. And Elon has at least been vocal about his, you know, disdain for what a lot of the government has been doing, especially in regards to like the COVID stuff and everything. So, I mean, regardless of he may be a fraud, but if he's saying things that will hopefully get me more freedom and more, you know, positive, you know, progression toward the goals that I want, then I really don't care otherwise. Like that's all I care.
Listen, if you just said if he's a fraud, and you continue to say something else, you lost me on there. Like you said, if he's a fraud, and you continue to say something else.
Well, even if he's a fraud, yeah. It doesn't matter that he's a fraud, as long as he's doing things that will align toward my goals.
I'm sorry, no. If he's a fraud, he's a fraud.
Just like the government is. I mean, fraud is a very serious thing. We don't have any.
You're telling me if somebody's a fraud, if
I'm not saying like actual fraud, like if they committed actual fraud.
Listen. If somebody's a fraud, if they commit fraud, or if they're a fraud, if as long as they're quote unquote doing the right thing, we're good. No. If they're a fraud, they are ultimately a fucking fraud. Period. I'm sorry, man. Like, if Elon Musk is a fraud, he's a fraud. Doesn't matter what the fuck he does or what the fuck he quote unquote does to seem to appear as if he's like a good person in the outer world. You know what I'm saying? Like, he, you know, like,
so
let's
I'm gonna do the explain it like I'm
hold on. Let me just say this. Imagine I kill somebody, right? You know, but I kill somebody for the greater good, right? You know, the person I killed is going to be a murderer. They're going to be a serial killer, right? You don't know if they're going to be a serial killer, right? Because you have no idea. I don't even know if they're going to be a serial killer. But I'm going to say, yeah, the person I killed is going to be a serial killer, right? So because I dealt with this person who was supposedly going to be a serial killer, I am now the good person, right? So this is how I feel about fucking Elon Musk, man. You don't even know the fucking cause you are supposedly trying to, go through, but you're trying to make yourself look like a fucking god or whatever the fuck. Like, no. I'm sorry, man. Like, no, fuck Elon Musk, bro. Fuck Elon Musk.
Fuck Elon Musk. In Elon Musk's credit, he's not as shit as the rest of a, absolute cancer that tries to rule us. But that doesn't mean
he's not Bill Gates. So clearly he's not Bill Gates.
Hopefully he's not a. I'm just gonna say hopefully he's not a pedophile. I'm just gonna say that. Hopefully, but that's not out of the question. I'm sorry, but that's just not out of the question. He could be. He could fucking be.
If he was, I would think that it probably wouldn't be on purpose. Hopefully, anyway. Because he is kind of. I think he said he's Asperger's. Like he has Asperger's. So
what does that, dude? What does that mean? What does I have Asperger's mean? What does that mean?
It's an autism, like a version of autism, like high functioning autism.
But like, what is that?
It means he can't socialize. So like,
okay, well, I can't socialize. Dude, I have not been able to socialize for, fucking like 20 years. Do I have Asperger's?
And you're autistic. No, you're just autistic. You're not Asperger's. That would be high functioning. That would require that you'd be super intelligent.
Well, then what do I have?
Pig, do you not consider me socializing?
If you were Asperger's, you'd be a billionaire like Elon Musk.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So, yeah, I agree with most of the chat. Elon's better than most billionaires. But, all of them are going to have, like, to get to that point, I think they're going to all be morally gray. I don't think you're going to have a billionaire who's just a good person. Generally speaking, I don't think that we're going to find any good, quote-unquote, billionaires. So I think that as long as they're progressing at least the discussions forward in a way that's going to benefit freedom and liberty in society, is going to be beneficial to me. And I'm not saying that in the fact that I just want to like, oh well, you don't care about fraud. No, I'm accepting the reality of the fact that they're okay. So we have to look at this. So you can take the most moral person. So like, say we have a literal saint. They've been sanctified as a saint.
Oh, wait, literal saint? Right? Me.
Yeah, like
you can use me as an example. I'm a literal saint.
So Pig, you try to go and you try to advocate and you say, hey, maybe we shouldn't do this thing where we lock down countries and put people in their homes and like treat them like garbage and make them wear masks and tell them that they're just like they're our tax cattle. If you were to say that, it has no weight. It has zero weight. No one would care. Like unless you actually became rich and wealthy and influential, then it matters. Do you kind of follow my trend here of like I don't endorse and I don't really agree with the fact that a lot of these people are really bad people. Like some of them may be really bad people. Some of them may do really dirty business deals. But at the end of the day, what it's going to matter to me is it going to help me and benefit me and my family. And that's a selfish sounding like thing, but it's going to be beneficial for everyone if it's going to be allow us to have a more free and safe society.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
I get it. I totally get it.
It's sort of a greater good idea. Like if Elon will do it and it benefits the greater good, like I really don't care. Like
but
I mean,
do you really think Elon will do it?
Well, I don't know what I can't predict what Elon will do, but I just know what he's saying.
No, I'm not saying like will you predict what Elon will do, but like do you think Elon is the kind of person who does not give a fuck what you think about whatever it is that he's doing, and it's just like gonna do whatever the fuck he wants to do? Or do you think, given everything that has been presented to you up to this point, that Elon is just gonna be like one of those people that's like be a little bit careful about what they do?
So, like, do you think that Elon's going to do anything that's actually going to benefit us, is what you're saying, versus, like, he just being selfish and benefiting himself? I think that's what you're saying, right?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, to an extent. Yep.
I mean, he's a salesman, so I think all of it is going to benefit himself,
dude,
regardless.
Listen, when you say he's a salesman, that just tells me everything, man. Like, when you're a salesman, you don't give a fuck about people. You just give a fuck, like... This is something like saying like, yeah, I'm a marketer, but I don't like sell that product for dirt cheap, but I just like, yeah, I'm a marketer, but this product is really good. I'm sorry, like, but dude, like, no, it's just like,
yeah, but you can also be a salesman of anything, right? So you can sell something a product that's good for people, right? And if Elon is selling a product of increasing our freedom, like if he's selling the product of increasing our freedom and being able to like not be like told that like, hey, them unvaccinated folks and stuff like that, if he's gonna allow us to like, if he's gonna push back against that the regime that's pushing that, that I don't care how much of a fraud he is. If he's promoting freedom and liberty, like it's going to be beneficial because he's an influential figure.
All right, do you legitimately think Elon Musk wants to like, for example, the people that's here to have a better lifestyle?
Well, I mean, I think any rich person generally would want, especially a salesman, would want you to have a better life just so you can buy their product. Yeah, I mean, but I don't think he necessarily thinks about. He don't think about what you're saying is like, does he care about Trey? Like, does he care about Trey? No, he doesn't care about Trey. He doesn't care. I could, if he walked past me and I was dead in a ditch, he'd probably keep walking by, or I was dying in a ditch. If he had the chance to be a good Samaritan to me, he probably wouldn't care. He'd walk past. He'd let me die in the ditch. That's probably how Elon would operate. And I don't necessarily care about that aspect of it as much as I do, like, is he going to push the discussion in the right way? Because that's whole situation, it would come down to, I can improve myself and improve my life in the way that I need to. But as far as the global discussion of like, should we, muzzle our citizens and make them do what we tell them to do, and be a good be a good boy for the government, then I can't influence that. It doesn't matter. Like I would have to have millions or even billions of followers to be able to do that. I mean, Elon's got millions of followers, so he can do that. So and there's not going to be a million people follow me, right? So I can't do that kind of influence on other people and turn the discussion in the way that I want it to go. Does that make a little bit more sense? Like I'm not trying to, I don't think Elon's going to be my friend, and I don't think that anybody in his position is necessarily going to be friends with me or care if I was dying. They wouldn't care. They'd probably even write me a letter saying sorry, too bad. But if they're going to say something that is something that I agree with, I'm going to praise them for it.
I'm sorry, I had to go take a piss. So yeah, I'm back.
Good job, Trey.
I had a long discussion and just going on and explaining everything, and then it's just like went for
So
a piss.
basically, Trey,
Listen,
your butt hurt. 'Cause Elon didn't reply.
Listen, no
guys,
offense.
Yeah, exactly. Elon
I got a question
didn't
for
retweet
Trey.
me. That's all.
Since I was listening to Trey, I got a question for him.
All right.
Is $1,400 a good price for 3080 Ti?
What is that?
I mean,
I
or
don't
is it
fucking
newer
know what
used?
that is.
It's
Is
new.
that like a graphics card or some shit?
It's a one of the top of the line graphics cards you can get right now.
Yeah, 1400 is good.
Uh,
Yeah, 1400 is good.
I don't know, man.
If you can actually get it, well, it depends on shipping too, I guess. But yeah, 1400.
It's off Newegg. Like all the other ones I've been seeing this whole time have been like,
Yeah, I mean, 3080 would be like 1200, so I would think that 1400 would be good for a Ti.
it's $14.29. Let's see. Proceed to checkout. Sign in.
Right, so
Cart.
because I went to take a piss, everyone lost their minds. What happened when I went to take a piss? That's all I wanna.
We all stopped paying attention.
Yeah, I get a 30.
Yeah, I went on a rant and just they didn't care.
It's a FG.
No, I listened, but I was also talking about movies.
Yeah, but I want to know, man. Like, I want to know. What did
So-
you say, Trey?
So essentially, Pig, what I was saying is that if like I'll never have 1 million followers, right? I'll never have 1 million followers on Twitter or whatever. So I can't influence the discussion of like should someone muzzle my children in a classroom, So like my kid goes to school, right? And
what
I can't-
does muzzle my children mean?
they can't put a mask on them, tell them like that you have to wear a mask. So
yeah.
some So some schools some schools are forcing their kids to wear masks and stuff like that. So
I get it.
if they were to tell my kid like he's 3, he'll turn 4 soon. If they were to
Right.
say, "Hey, you have to wear that mask," he won't want to wear it. And they'll be
Yeah.
like, there were little videos of kids crying, and they were forcing the mask on them. So, like, long and short of that, if Elon says something and he says, "Hey, maybe we shouldn't go crazy on COVID, and maybe the masks don't work," just that that kind of stuff.
I just want to ask
then-
you this: what? All right, everything up to this point, I was like not considering any sort of Elon. Why is Elon in this consideration? I just
I'll
want
tell you why. Because if you've got Asperger's or autism, you can get a face mask exemption.
right. Okay.
That is
yeah.
all. Continue.
Oh, that's all? Yeah. I mean, all right. No, but like the
Yeah,
thing
but
is, like,
I think he even got vaccinated though. I don't know for sure, but he may have.
no, but
I
like,
don't know if he did.
no,
or not,
listen,
but-
listen. I'm not trying to I'm not trying to diminish your opinion. I'm not trying to push your opinion to like down there. I'm just trying to like understand, as someone who's Portuguese, as someone who's been in a country who, we don't live with Elon Musk on our fucking we don't
Screens
give
all
a
the
shit.
time. Like
We don't.
Yeah,
we don't.
you guys,
Yeah, we don't give a fuck about Elon Musk to be precise. You know, like what
Maybe I'm Portuguese too, 'cause I
what
don't like Elon Musk either.
maybe you
what
should go move over there.
exactly-
and-
what exactly
there's
would
not
Elon
much
Musk do for us, or what even would Elon Musk be relevant for the fucking whole thing? Is my point.
Okay.
You know.
So what I was simply trying to put is if you tweeted out something saying like, hey, maybe masks don't work, maybe we shouldn't do all this crazy stuff of like masking everybody and enforcing them by the government, and telling them that they have to get a jab and stuff like this.
Can you adapt that to like Ukraine? Because like that's gonna be
So
more relatable.
going to Ukraine. So if I were to say I don't want the U.S. to get involved with Ukraine and try to like start another world war or anything, it has nobody cares. Like nobody cares what I say. But if Elon were to say like, hey, the U.S. doesn't need to get involved in another war, it has a lot more weight to what he says.
They don't care anymore.
No, they won't care. Like no one will care what I say. Like no one will. Well,
No,
thank
so,
you. But,
all right. So
I mean,
what you're saying?
generally
So what you're
speaking, no
saying
one-
is like if you say, all right. So if you Trey 50 Daniel, if you say like something about Ukraine, etc., blah blah blah, and America, blah blah blah, no one cares about it. But if Elon Musk says something about Ukraine and Russia, whatever the fuck, everyone's gonna care about it. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
But why?
Yes.
Why is my question?
It comes down to sheer numbers. So look, Elon has like millions of followers, and maybe if I had millions of followers, I'm never gonna have millions of followers.
I mean, listen,
I will never know what that's like. But if I were to, like, if I were to have,
that's the problem, dude.
then maybe someone would actually care. But even then, I would have to be someone of influence that they would recognize. So Elon is someone who's been politically active, and he's been he's been sort of an activist in some ways, and so like the politicians know him. So if Elon says, "Hey, maybe we shouldn't go to war with Ukraine," I mean, like go to war with Russia.
You think anyone's gonna give a fuck about that?
Ukraine, I think it would have a lot of weight.
I don't think anyone's gonna. I don't think anyone who actually has any impact in the war or any impact in this thing is gonna give a fuck about Elon Musk, dude.
Yeah, but they'll care about his money. He has a lot of money.
They won, dude.
No,
what are you talking about? No,
do.
they fucking won, bro.
They were begging to get more of his money. Like they wanted to tax him more.
But who?
Like,
how? Prove to me what you're talking about, dude.
They care about his money. Like, and if he said
they don't. Prove to me they care about his money. Prove to me they care about his money.
Who wouldn't care about money?
Yeah, exactly.
No, but no. That's not what I'm asking you. Just prove to me they care about their money. This guy's specific money.
I mean, if I could find the tweet, like, there's literally a tweet from one of our politicians.
Dude, what do you mean? Like they like the tweet? This
No.
Oh, if they like to tweet, "I want Elon's money," that doesn't prove it. He wants Elon's money.
No. They literally Elizabeth Warren was literally saying we need to tax Elon Musk. Like he's getting away. Like he's not paying enough in taxes. And he said, basically said, I pay the most taxes, in the whole, country. And
does he though? Does he?
he does individually. He doesn't
Does he,
like he
though?
doesn't. Yes, he does.
Oh my
He
god.
paid the most in Texas.
How
Yeah,
do you
so
know-
they're
how
saying
do you
like
know-
yes.
But
we
how do
need
you
to-
know? How do you know that? How do you know he pays the most taxes? How do you know like he's the most perfect
literally-
person in the whole world, man?
No, I'm not saying. Look, that's where you're getting it twisted. Is you're thinking that I actually
I'm not
like
getting
him as
it
a
twisted,
person.
man. I think you're getting it twisted because you think like this motherfucker's like
I think
your
you're a little
role
too
model.
twisted.
No, I don't think I'm getting it twisted. I think I think you're getting this motherfucker as like your role model for your life.
Yes,
and-
marketing. And Mariana's talking about it. Yeah, it's marketing. He
Elon
is
Musk
the
is a
best.
saint.
Yeah, no,
well,
no,
listen,
that's definitely not
Ron,
true.
Ron, you can suck my cock 7 times wider.
Present it.
I wish I could.
Whip it out, big boy.
I think that's against Vim
I
terms.
can't
so
because I can't because it's too small. But yeah, dude. Like I think you're just like you're just like delusional about like you're delusional about fucking Elon Musk, man. Like I don't give a fuck about Elon Musk. So fuck Elon Musk, man.
I don't even know why. Like we went down this rabbit hole just because. Mainly just because.
no,
he got
listen,
mad about
because Elon Musk is a fucking fraud, man. Like. First, listen. Tell me, right? Elon Musk is not a fraud, and I'll listen. I'll listen to you and I'll say, like, listen, you're right, and Elon Musk is a very fantastic, good cause
No.
for the world.
No, that's
That's not
literally
even what
not
he's
what I'm
saying.
saying. Yeah, that's
He's
literally not what I'm
saying that
saying.
at all.
I can care
I don't
less.
said some
care.
facts
Listen,
about
that's not what I
Wait.
asked of you. No, that is not what I asked you. I said present me Elon Musk as a good cause, and I'll tell you that I'll say like Elon Musk is a fantastic cause for the world. I didn't say like yo present me this and this. I said to you present me Elon Musk as a good cause for the world. And I'll agree with you whatever you say.
Let me try it this way. Trey basically said, if you squint your eyes really hard and turn your head sideways, there's some things you agree with. You can agree with them on. That's about it.
Yes, that's pretty much it. I really don't like. I don't
Right,
like
so-
the guy. I could care less.
So basically, be a
only thing that-
retard. Be a retard, and yeah, Elon Musk is the greatest guy in the world.
If you look at it from what I mean, like the thing is, the Boring Company, they've committed fraud.
Yeah. Yes.
Tesla has committed fraud.
Who's that?
Yes.
Who's that?
Boring Company
one of
is
his companies.
yeah. I think it was that the one that did the flamethrower. I think that was.
Yeah, they did the flamethrower.
I wish I could have got one of
Okay.
those.
That
Yeah,
was like the
so
only- that's the only thing they
Tesla,
released that it was worth
yeah,
anything.
Tesla committed the
Yeah.
same thing. Tesla's a piece of shit as well.
Yeah,
I could actually buy a
Tesla-
flamethrower now for $600 here. I
Tesla
thought about
has
getting.
actually delivered on some of their stuff, but they've also made wild, inaccurate promises to investors and haven't like for some reason. He
Well,
gets
and
away
to
with it.
China, and to China, they've lied to China too.
Oh, they just
China's
they
pretty
lie all
good
the
at
time. SpaceX, same thing, bunch of lies.
Yeah,
What about Hyperloop?
exactly.
What other country or what other companies does he have? Just there's like so many. of
Starlink.
them.
PayPal,
Starlink, bunch of
whatever the
lies.
fuck. Like, yeah.
Mm.
Hyperloop, bunch of lies. That is like even Virgin Hyperloop. They're what's his name, Charles Branson or whatever, Bronson, something I don't know. He's trying to do a Hyperloop, and they're fucking.
Listen,
stupid.
I'm
Like,
gonna-
you think
I'm gonna
Richard Branson-
drink, but this is all I gotta drink. Whoever's watching the live stream, this is all I've got.
Yeah, you sound like you've already had all the levels earlier today.
Yep.
Am I too? All right, there we go. Is that better?
Mhm.
Oh,
Very
yeah,
good.
That's better.
Yeah.
Uncle Bonehead, you can just join us and talk. I know how much you
Oh
love
yeah,
talking
yeah,
about Elon
yeah. I'm
Musk.
gonna push him over here. Yeah. There you go.
Yeah. Hi, Uncle Bonehead. You're live on air.
Why the hell am I over here?
Welcome to the show.
What
Oh,
the hell
sounds
am
like he's
I
in
over
bed.
here? God damn it!
Oh, boomer
Fucking
audio.
hell.
Boomer audio.
Get off my lawn.
Oh
You might
my
want to put him back in
god!
the audience because it sounds like he's not ready for this.
No, he's ready for this, man. I don't give a shit. Like if he's not ready for this.
He might have been masturbating during our conversation.
Is he on his phone? I think he's on his phone.
I don't know. It sounds like he's got his phone in his pocket while talking to us.
It sounds like it's in the sewer. Like he threw his phone down in the sewer. He's trying to talk to it.
He's in his bed under the covers, yelling at the microphone across the room.
That's
a more likely one.
Listen, you know who I would love here? Johnny. Where the fuck is Johnny Garrett Jammer? I want him
He
here.
never shows up to any other shows. He showed up to my show once.
That's my point, dude. I want him here.
He's too busy watching his YouTubers.
He's watching fucking porn. Yeah.
No, he sits around and he watches like CSI and NCIS and all these TV shows. He is a boomer.
Oh my
Bonehead.
God, Bonehead is on his like fucking like what is Bonehead on?
Bonehead, your background noise is louder than you somehow.
Is it?
Yeah, like I'm hearing a lot of background noise, and you are like in the bathroom next to the fucking room that's the microphone's in.
I know why, because I have Jack running.
Ha. Yeah, dude, you should see like his set. He's got like fucking, you know what like VB meter is, right, Pig?
Yeah.
He's got that for Linux, basically that for Linux, and then he's got like all this shit going from one thing to another to another. It's like a spider's web of audio fixturing, and it's ridiculous.
Oh no,
this is what I
This
got,
sounds
though,
awful.
This is what I have though, but like.
But every single week, he's got to like reconfigure it because I don't know why.
I think it's because like of his hardware. You know what I'm saying? Like
he uses a analog mixer.
Okay. Does that sound better?
Oh yeah. Oh fuck yeah. That sounds way
See,
better.
somebody drugged me into the room and I wasn't set up with.
Yeah,
the
it was
Discord.
me. I'm sorry. It was me.
I didn't have my microphone plugged in.
Yeah, it was me. I'm sorry. But
Bad
what about Johnny?
Oh, he watches like CSI and NCIS. He's got different nights for different TV shows, and
I want him here, man. I want him to talk. I want him to talk to us, man. I want Johnny to talk to us, bro.
Tag his ass.
I want to tag his ass, but like he's not gonna come here. John.
No, you got to tag him Jebediah because he doesn't know how to change his server name. He changed his global name to Jebediah because when somebody called him Jebediah one night.
I can't fucking.
He's just gonna ignore it.
I'll text him too.
Yeah, but here you go, Jebediah. Yeah, Jebediah.
Give me his number. I'll text him too.
You've got his number.
I think he gave it out one night. I didn't save it though.
Look, I'm about to turn on my space link. Give me his number. I'll use Elon's special space link connection to get Jebediah on the phone.
Yeah. Elon is the mate, right? Fuck Elon, bro.
This is going to be called the Fuck Elon show.
Okay, so let's get on a different topic.
Off the rails.
Well, let's get on a different topic here. So since the Elon thing derailed everything, let's talk about something that like everybody is gonna have to. Well, maybe not Pig, but everybody generally speaking is dealing with is like gas prices are like really high, and it's all because partly because of this war, but partly because everybody is like buying oil from like either Saudi or Russia, and Russia has freaking like they're gonna be able to sell for whatever price to whoever's willing to actually buy from them at this point. And I don't think anybody's gonna want to buy from them, but if someone wants oil, they've either got to go to like Saudis or Russia, and that's it at this point.
Right.
Because the U.S. like we stopped drilling, and I don't know about you guys, like it is ridiculous. $3.60 a gallon here, like insane.
I don't think anybody cares about that anymore, Daniel. I just all I care about is...
I I care about it. I don't know. I go fill up the pump and like freaking, it was like $15 for
All I'm
me.
gonna say is
to
like,
fill up.
hello 9.
Oh no, we're gonna get like Pig and 9 are gonna go back and forth again.
No, I'm not.
Come on,
I'm
now.
not.
Get on
No,
that.
I'm not. I'm not. I'm not.
No,
gonna
no,
go-
no, Miss
no,
Bang.
I'm not. I'm not gonna go into that anymore. I'll listen. I'll listen to a couple of things from the last episode, and I'm not gonna go into that anymore. Sorry, I'm not gonna go into that anymore. But I want Johnny here, man. I miss talking to Johnny, man.
It's a quick bathroom break.
He just like, hell yeah, fuck yeah, brother. Mm-hmm. Yeah, hell yeah, brother. Mm-hmm. I just miss that shit, man.
I'm gonna go feed my kitty cat.
Yeah, I'm gonna feed my kitty cat. Mm-hmm. He's such a cool dude. Fucking. You did good, Bunhead. How you doing?
Yeah, not too bad. Changing my Amazon password.
What do you mean, but dude? How do you use Amazon? Amazon is fucking evil, bro.
Hey, it happens.
Look, I had to bite the Amazon bullet. I can't get some things, especially books, anywhere else from the US, sent to Australia at the moment.
Yeah.
I'm changing my password because I got a text from Amazon saying that somebody in India was trying to access my data.
I also miss like Krim's voice, to be honest. I wish I could hear Krim. Who else? Is Krim here still? Or is she like fake news?
She's
fake
listening.
news?
She's probably working.
Wait, are we yeah, we're like is what's his name? Yeah, Joculation. Is he doing a show tonight? Hello?
I don't know. The station
LP.
master might work.
LP.
LP, yeah, LP Faust, yeah, exactly.
Doing ejaculation.
Ejaculation.
Ejaculation is good. Why is no one else talking, man? Like what's going on? I feel so weird. Hello.
You've worn us out with a Musk talk.
Yeah.
All right. You know what?
Still recovering.
Gabriel, we're gonna talk about things. Listen, I love that fucking episode you that live stream you showed me earlier.
Yeah, and to be honest, that's really been what I've been focusing on in the last month. Last week. Like I bought his books, and his books have changed the way I think and look at things. But it's really hard to concentrate on what's actually happening in the world and how you're reacting to it 24/7. It's very hard. You know, like even everything we're talking about, Michael Hoffman talks about. He's like, yeah, it's all bullshit. It literally is all bullshit.
Everything is
I
like
think it all is. Like not everything is, but most of it is going to be like hidden for the most from the average person. Like it's going to a lot of wool over your eyes. Like if you're not paying attention. And honestly, my biggest thing what I would say, I mean, it's going to be difficult for you, Gabriel, because you're in the thick of it. But generally speaking, for everyone, most of what you need to do is just like I tweeted the other day, like maintain your grip on reality, and then just don't let them gaslight you. Like they're going to try to gaslight you into oblivion, just know what who you are, what you're doing, and just try to make the moves that make sense to you, and really the rest of the world.
That's really good advice.
Yeah, just like Charles Bukowski said.
What?
Yeah, Trey doesn't know Charles Bukowski, which is a shame. Do you know who Charles Bukowski was? Or
no.
Yo, shame. You should know who Charles Bukowski is or was, because he was a massive mastermind of the world, man. Have you ever listen? Have you ever heard of the saying? Yeah, Charles Bukowski. Have you ever heard like the saying, "Find what you love and let it kill you"?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was Charles Bukowski. Fantastic author.
I may have read some of his poetry.
Probably like he was a fantastic American, to be honest. But yeah, like bottom line, fuck Elon Musk. You know what I'm saying?
We should like try playing poker one time or some sort of gambling.
No. I could not fucking play poker, dude.
I feel like we're playing poker now, and
Are
Elon
we?
Musk is all in. It's like upping the ante whenever you mention him.
Well, I mean, Elon Musk is winning he's gonna win the poker match anyway. Like he doesn't even need us. Like he's like
probably gonna win.
He's literally like the cheat for like the meme of 4D chess. That's Elon right there. Like literally, he's actually playing 4D chess with us as pawns.
And he's the he's the richest African American in the world.
Yes, he actually is. He actually is. He actually
That's
is.
actually- no, that's actually true.
South African American.
Yep, South
And
Africa. Yeah.
he survived dating Grimes.
Yeah. What was funny is the funniest thing about him dating Grimes is after they broke up, that she was like somebody saw her reading I think it was Das Kapital from Karl Marx.
Yeah. She posed for that. She got her friends to take a picture of it. Weirdo. What a weirdo. I really don't like Grimes. Me and Axel got off the wrong foot because he's obsessed with her. But he's getting better now. He knows not to do any Grimes posting around me.
Because you're just gonna roast him, instant roast.
Yeah, I block him. I can't handle it, man.
Okay, fuck, marry, kill.
Who's that?
Taylor Swift,
Who's that?
Grimes, and Krim.
No, hold on. I know who Taylor Swift is.
I'd marry Krim. I'd fuck Taylor Swift and
I know who Taylor Swift is. I know.
I think I agree with Gabriel's. Yeah, that's probably the best one. Yeah, that would probably be the route.
I think we're all gonna agree on something for once. This must be a first.
What do you mean?
Yeah, because Taylor Swift would.
I disagree that we're agreeing.
Wait, which
No, listen,
one? What would you think? What would you think, Ron? Which one?
No, it's just like you were like, oh, we finally agree on something, and Pig's like, wait a minute.
No, yeah.
I disagree that we're agreeing.
No, like, I mean, personally, I mean, Taylor Swift, I'd fuck Taylor Swift. I'm not gonna lie.
I wouldn't do that with yours.
Why not?
Cause she's a fucking bitch and she's a dog.
That's the whole
but I
point.
mean, like that's the whole point
You know
of
how
the
many satanic rituals
scenario.
she's went through, and how many fucking dicks she's had in her.
Yeah,
She'd look like a porcupine if they were sticking the other way.
That's probably like the point why.
Apparently she's transgender. You know, that's a rumor.
Whoa! Wait,
That's
what?
a rumor. No, I've never seen
What?
that rumor. I've never seen that, but that does appear to be something.
Is she non-binary?
No, you're thinking of Demi Lovato. She came out as non-binary.
Who's that? Dude,
the fuck
like
is
you're
that?
talking about, like you're saying
Demi
so many things I
Lovato.
don't understand.
I forget which song she did. It was
Who is
popular.
that, man?
She's a singer and actress.
Gabe.
Oh my god.
Taylor Swift is transformation into.
What on
so
earth is that?
9 seems to be fixated on pink nipples, and it's making me feel a little weird. I don't get it. I mean, I get it.
What do they have to be pink? What if they're red?
There are no red nipples unless you pinch them really hard.
I know. I'm just. Well, no, I know. I actually saw a guy. His were kind of like dark, and they looked almost like a dark red, and he everybody called him pepperoni nipples in high school. Like that was his nickname. He had these big old like pepperoni. They literally look like pepperoni.
Why isn't like 9 talking at all right now?
I think she has high functioning Asperger's.
She's talking, she's chatting. What do you mean? Oh, here's Mariano. All right, here you go. Boom. Hello, Mariano. How you doing?
Trey's having a baby. We're having a party.
You can unmute and you can talk to us.
And we're putting on a show for Chaotica. It's all of us putting on a show for one person.
True. Yeah. Hey, exactly.
Chaotica.
True. So just unmute that microphone and speak to us. Cool.
Fucking Gabe. You know, the best thing I know about Taylor Swift is her publishing company held a contest.
Oh no, Gabe.
Her publishing company held a contest to send her to the #1 voted school in the United States. And 4chan got a hold of that poll and voted her to go to like the fucking school of the deaf and blind or something.
And she refused it. She refused it. She refused it. She told him no.
Yeah. I remember watching that. Listen. I was actually listen, Gabriel. I was actually telling you about this today, where ultimately, like, there was this guy on 4chan that he wanted to be like one of those guys that wanted to meet Taylor Swift, and 4chan made it clear that this guy was going to meet Taylor Swift, and what these guys were talking about is exactly the same thing, but like everybody on 4chan made it almost possible, or well, they didn't make it almost possible. They made it possible for this guy was like 38 or some shit to meet Taylor Swift. Yeah, exactly. And everyone was like, all the fucking stations that made this shit possible were like, oh no, this guy's too fucking, this guy's creepy.
Too old.
This guy's too creepy to fucking meet Taylor Swift. It's like, bro, you made a fucking contest to meet Taylor Swift, and like you don't allow people to meet Taylor Swift. That's fucking weird. But yeah, it became a fucking outrageous thing, and it's so fucking weird. Oh man.
So that's internet democracy for you, hey?
Yeah, 4chan loves to like troll post with some of those, especially the people like Taylor Swift who are really vocal, like politically, and basically they want to screw with them. They want to mess with them.
So,
but 4chan can be a tool of good too. So it's kind of fun to see. They're chaotic neutral, basically. They'll do anything.
So if this video that I posted in chat is literally one of the best videos that exists on the internet, and I'm not even exaggerating. It's so fucking hilarious.
Oh, it's from Internet Historian. Yeah. He's great.
It's 6 minutes of pure joy.
I'll check it out.
Nine, you're not muted.
I like how people just say, "Oh, you're muted." Ron has me muted.
She deafened for some reason.
Yeah, she's trying to do her sound check. She's got herself wide open, but No sound is coming out.
No, wait. I see the green thing on her name.
Yeah, she can talk now. You got the microphone
He's trolling
around your
you.
mouth.
Yep, she's trolling you.
Yeah, she's probably trolling us, to be honest. She's plugged in, tested Discord, cannot hear show, nor does her mic work on here. So
Oh, she doesn't hear
she's
us.
blocked. What?
Oh, okay. It did that thing where, like I was telling you earlier, you drag people in. Sometimes it like resets their connection, and then they can't hear, or you can't hear them too.
Oh.
So log out, log back in.
Yeah, she's got to leave, come back. Usually, just dragging them into a different channel and dragging them back works. Still can't hear her. I wonder if she can hear us now.
I can hear you now.
Oh, there she
Whoa!
is.
Holy shit. I thought I was banned forever.
9.
I thought Ron killed me.
What's up, 9?
Not much. Been a pretty chill last few
Yeah.
days, I guess.
Yeah, do you
I think
like
we're on Friday.
CDs?
What kind of CDs?
CDs nuts.
You need to get new jokes. You need new jokes. Fuck.
I think that's the only joke they have in Portugal.
I think so.
You think?
Listen, fuck you, Gabriel. You fucking
okay.
Austrian.
You know what?
Listen,
I was-
Gabriel, you live in a country that does not exist. That's all I'm gonna say.
I might as well not exist here. I basically don't.
Big, I was talking about yesterday and my friend. My
What?
friend here and I was telling about this guy in Portugal and butt plugs and
Fake you're dead.
Listen, just
I'm not kidding.
I can see the relationship there
no comment.
somehow. I think
What do you
the
mean no comment?
Portugal
No
butt
comment.
plugs.
Yeah, what do they look like?
No comment.
You're not gonna share.
No comment.
You know what
all you gotta do is get one off the shelf, Pig.
No
He just
comment.
buys corn. He just buys corn. That does the job. In and out.
And it comes out.
Whole husk. Whole husk.
No comment.
Is that how you pop corn in Portugal?
No comment. No comment.
They give a new meaning to Jimmy Crack Corn, and I don't care.
No comment. No comment.
No comment is a comment.
No comment.
No comment is a comment.
No comment.
Where I come from, we can plead the fifth.
I'm sorry if you can't come tonight, Pig, but you
Did
gotta
you say
stop
plead the
fixating.
fist?
No
Plead
comment.
the fifth?
Who said that?
Sorry.
Who said that? Who said no? Who said that?
What?
No
Who said
comment. No comment.
what? You're not coming? Well, I'm
No
sorry. That's
no-
not our
no
problem.
comment.
You better
No
work
comment.
harder there.
No comment.
Stroke it
no
harder.
comment. No comment. No comment.
That means I'm gonna have to do something else.
No comment. Is
I don't know what this is.
Yes, this is a reverse radio show right now.
Join in. I think it's fun.
Join, and you can steer the show into the gutter even further.
There you go. All right. Hello, anarchist. Hello. How you doing? You can
That's
unmute.
anarchist.
Anarchist.
I know.
We got about like 10 minutes left until it's like ejaculation time. But yeah, we still have some time.
Ejaculation time.
Doing it backwards, are ya? Everyone's a host.
Hello, anarchist.
No,
anarchist.
not
Hello.
Chaotica
How you
is
doing?
our one listener.
Yeah, one listener and everyone else is a radio host.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
We gotta stick together.
It's called it's a new format that we're trying out. It's called the
the only reason we're doing this is because like
the pigs of the round table.
No, shut up, Dave. The only reason we're
Does
doing
it
this
have an apple in its mouth?
the only
'Cause it
reason
makes
we're
no
doing this is
comment?
because Trey is gonna have his kid like in about like 1 or 2 weeks. So like it's just us celebrating. You know what I'm saying? Like so it's like have a little bit of celebration.
What's the gig? He's coming out as gay?
No,
What's
he's
he
having
having?
he's having his second
cut
kid.
off?
Well, I mean, if anything,
Oh, second kid. I thought you said he was coming out gay. I was like,
No, he's
why are
having
you
his
waiting
second.
for 2
No,
weeks? Just do it
Coming
now.
out. I'm coming out.
no, he's having his second
Trey, is it
son,
gonna be a
man.
boy or girl?
another boy. Yeah, so
Another
two
boy.
boys.
Congratulations.
Oh man, oh man, you'd have a hard time, dude.
You got to teach the
Fuck.
big one to beat up the little one.
Yeah, that's the first. Hey, I won't
I
have
don't
to
need to
do
teach
that.
him that. I just do that anyway.
Yeah, exactly. Like, well, especially the way my son is. Like, he literally wants to fight. Like, he's like, Dad, let's fight. Like, he's ready to go. Like all the time, he's like, Dad, let's fight.
Oh,
So
dude.
he's gonna be ready.
Yeah.
You,
Two boys fight all the
you're
time.
gonna have a hard time as a father, dude. Fucking hell. I feel like I don't know how that is,
Boys
but
are-
like I feel like
Boys are easy. They do their own thing. It's the girls that need the attention.
yeah.
Well, except for like the hard part with my son is like he wants to like do stuff, but he doesn't want to do like the hard part is like I wanted to go play ball with him, and he's like he just doesn't want to do it right. Like he's just wants to goof off, and I was like, no, you're gonna play t-ball, so like let's hit the ball off the tee, like hit the ball off the tee, and he was like. And then I was like, look, all you gotta do is stand there, get ready and stance and swing. And he just didn't want to do it. He's just like, can't be
Has he
bothered.
been tested for retardation yet?
Oh my god. Wow.
That's cruel.
I mean, I would think that with the amount of words he can say, I would expect that he wouldn't be.
Maybe
Right.
he's a
He's-
high functioning retard.
Like Ron.
Yeah, like like me.
Like me. Yeah. Listen, just let me talk to him for a bit. It takes one to know one, okay?
Ray, did you get a scan to see if his nipples are pink?
Wait, what does that mean?
It's an
Listen,
important thing. Ron brought this
like-
to attention, and I
You know how
cannot
sometimes
stop
people
thinking
like
about
blonde
it.
chicks?
Ron,
No.
hello, Ron.
You know how sometimes people like blonde chicks? Or like maybe they
No.
like brunettes. Maybe they like redheads. And that's the kind of thing they go for.
I
Is
like
that
brunettes.
your flavor selection? Jesus, that's a small ice cream selection.
I like brunettes myself. So what does that mean? What does that
Oh,
say?
right. So
Bum.
you like brunettes, right? That's cool.
Yeah.
That's a thing you like.
Pig,
I
would you
kinda
turn
like-
a blonde
I like
down?
pink nipples.
Would I turn
That's
what down?
That's my preference.
Would you turn a blonde down?
And apparently that's a big fucking deal, and I can't shut up about it.
No.
I'm obsessed by it.
Exactly.
It's obsession.
It is. I never fucking thought about nipple color at all in my entire life until Ron brought this up, and now it is
Brown
stuck
nipples
in my
just look
fucking
gross. They
head.
look fucking gross. I mean, they're not gross, but they're not sexy at any.
I
any
never
stretch of the imagination.
noticed the color of nipples until you mentioned this, and now it's like festering. I'm like, this. There's only one way to get this out of my head. I'm gonna do some fucking
I
piece
also
of
prefer the
art.
nipples to not be hairy. That's another thing? Let's talk about obsession, because I'm obsessed with nipples not being hairy.
Well, if they wax them, how the fuck do you know they're not hairy?
As long as they're not hairy. However you have to
Yeah,
accomplish
yeah.
that.
The method doesn't matter. Like the end result is what matters.
Hey! What color are your eyes?
If they bleach their nipples pink, then
Brown.
fine.
Mine are two colors.
Ooh, I got hazels.
Whoa, wait, two colors?
Well,
Yeah,
they're not
baby blue.
one color. Like they're both the same color, like the left and right,
Oh.
but they're not one color. There's
All right,
like
So
I do
they're like
have
a
to say one
tie-dye?
thing. I do have to say one
there's
thing.
there's blue and then there's gold. There's gold around the inside, like a goldy yellow color.
I do have to say one thing. It is 5 minutes up to Joculation. So I do appreciate everybody to drop by and talk to us. You've all been a part of this show. You've all been recorded. So congratulations.
Hey, Peggy.
I didn't consent to that.
Before we go, I did find something for you.
What's that? These nuts?
It better not be a photo of your nipples, Uncle Bonehead.
I hope it is.
Did you hear it? Did you hear it?
No.
No.
Oh man.
Fuck. No. You
But
didn't hear
yeah,
it 'cause I
so
didn't put it in.
within like 5 minutes or less, Joculation starts. So I don't want to be like the piece of shit that, you know, goes over Joculation or whatever.
Yeah, we'll just all get
Yeah.
out of here.
Yeah, because I'm that piece of shit that, like, you know, is a fucking depressive piece of shit that only talks about like suicidal things, according to LP Fuss. But
No,
you
it's
know
been
what?
a great show.
You know what? Yeah, thank you very much for dropping by, everybody, and we'll see you guys on the next one. You know, I'm gonna let Trey see where you can find Trey. Please, Trey, go on.
Trey.
Yeah, you guys can go.
Trey.
Yeah, what's up?
Go on.
Go on, yeah.
Trey.
Yeah.
No, Trey. Hey,
Yeah, where can we
Yeah.
find you?
Trey. Go on.
Yes, please.
Yeah, so everybody can follow me on Twitch and Vim and Twitter as well. I post on Twitter regularly.
Where? Just go to them, and then there you are.
Wow, you don't
Yep.
say.
That's amazing.
Crazy.
You post on Twitter as at Elon Musk, don't you?
Yes, see, that's why I've been doing all this Elon posting, guys. You realize it was my grand plan to realize that I'm Elon Musk, and you guys just didn't know it. Okay.
Oh shit!
You're a fucking
know
fraud,
it.
dude.
Yeah, definitely. You know, totally. I don't. You don't even care that I'm a fraud. You know, and that's why I'm defending the fact that I'm a fraud. I don't even care.
Can you retweet about Hive so Hive goes up for all of us, please? Like you
Yeah,
did Doge.
please, Elon
No,
Musk.
nobody. No, what you plebs? Like you poors? Why would I do that? Like,
But you should.
look, I have more important things to talk about, like Doge. Okay.
Right. Anywho, continuing. Right. So that's it. Mm-hmm. Go on.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bye.
So I guess
Alright,
that's the
guys.
end of the show.
But not yet. You still
minutes.
have 1 minute.
Is
One
that
and a
it?
half
Is that it
minutes.
for your promotion?
Yeah.
Tick.
Yeah.
Tick. Tick.
Okay. Well,
Tick.
all right. Yeah. So
We're
thanks.
good promotion,
Thanks very
dude.
much for listening to the Mesa Thoughts podcast, and we'll see you guys in the next week. And
We still got a minute left, dude.
oh my god, I'm not left. Yeah. Then.
Yourself. I
yeah,
listened to your Oreo podcast last night on TikTok.
Oh
It
man.
was good.
Yeah. Fuck my Ariel podcast, man. I used to. Mm-hmm.
It was good.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I uploaded that shit. I put a comment on
These
there.
nuts. Got him.
Got it.
Is that Bonehead?
Yes, that's about it.
Right on. Straight up. Got him. Oh, I love that fucking shit so much. I love it. That's just so funny. I love that dude, man. Actually, I should really like. I wish that dude was like more famous. Though the only thing he did was like, these nuts, got him. And like, he's such a funny motherfucker, man. All right. Anyways, go listen to Joculation, you motherfuckers.
Yep.
Thanks.
5
Okay,
seconds.
I'm out of here. Sayonara.
Later, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, see
Thanks
ya.
for listening to the Maze of Thoughts. Bye. Kisses. Many smooches. Get out of here. 9. Get the fuck out of here. There you go. All right. I'm gonna move Marianne. Wait, who's this? No, this is me. Yeah, there you go. All right. What are you gonna do, Trey?
Probably gonna take a short break and then stream some more Elden Ring. Maybe I don't. Well, I mean, yeah, probably stream some Elden Ring.
All right. Listen, I'm gonna join this live chat for a little bit, just because I'm a little bit drunk, to be honest. And yeah, yeah, I might join your stream. Are you gonna play Elden Ring?
Yeah, I might play Elden Ring, or I mean, or if you want to play something like that's something new.
What could we play?
I mean, Extraction or Fire Team.
Oh yeah. Oh, that would be fucking. Dude, that would be awesome. I want to play more Extraction, to be honest with you.
Yeah, we can play Extraction. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So
yeah,
I'm gonna
give me a short break. So.
Right. I'm gonna join this chat for a little bit, and I'm gonna try to join you. Right. So I'll see you in a bit.
I'm gonna see you.